in the morning, aka Too Many Patels. On this beautiful Monday morning in East Lansing MSU campus, Eastside Holmes Hall. I'm your host, Sunflower Patel. My co-host,
Sunshine Patel.
Now, as you know, we've been covering the same old story for a few months now, because, we're Fox and we roll like that. But we're just gonna play it for you one more time, just so you guys can experience the full effect of the story.
Some truly depressing footage, but the real damage was left in the hearts of citizens everywhere. People around the planet are still recovering from the damage that came from the event. The world came so close to being destroyed and the human race being enslaved to the dastard Decepticons. We are now going to the foremost expert on these Transformers, former resident of the bench by the CIA building, Hobosker.
Hi, I'm Joey Patel, here with former resident of the bench in front of the CIA building, Hobosker. So, Hobosker, do you think that this event could have been avoided?
Joey Patel, as a matter of fact, I certainly think so. Based on my advanced intellectual simulation software, I conclude that the disaster that occurred in Chicago 5 years ago could have easily been avoided had we not welcomed the Autobots on our planet in the first place. The disaster that occurred there caused all of this. After their victory over the Decepticons, we blindly joined hands with the Autobots to help them in their campaigns. If we had analyzed the destructive power then the destruction that happened in Chicago could have been completely, utterly avoided. On the other hand, if we had sent the Autobots away, then the human race itself would have perished. Sentinel Prime, as they call him, tried to revive the Autobots' home planet of Cybertron at the expense of our people. In this scenario, we would have lost ourselves as an identity or a space in our universe. It is easy to see why that this disaster did more good than bad.
Alright, well, that's some very interesting points. Thank you, Hobosker. Now back to you, Sunflower.
Can I go back to sleep now?
Wow, seems like the public is really scared of Transformers, huh?
Yeah, seems like the event has really struck fear into the public's hearts. But is it even legit? No one knows. But it seems like there's two sides here. There's the Autobots, and then there's the Decepticons. So, should we really be scared of the good guys? That's a really good question. But they did save the world, so what should we do? What? Let's just ask another analyst in this case. Actually, you know what? Not one. Let's ask two analysts, because it's just too many Patels. And, there's two in the name, so we got to get two. But bear with me here, guys, because these are the best analysts we can afford with our bankroll. Which, surprisingly, is ridiculously huge for Fox, but for some reason, our budget did not have enough money for better analysts. But you know what? Let's just go to the analysts right now.
Hi, I'm Maimla Singh, and I'm with world-renowned psychologist Dr. Sasha Robertson and Dr. Soman Patel. So, Sasha, what are the most common fears that most of your patients are suffering with after the attack 5 years ago?
Well, Maima, most of my patients are experiencing intense phobia of technology and the fact that it might harm again. I have one patient who won't even use his own microwave. After a few days of analyzing, I have come to the conclusion that the most common fear is the fear of losing their homes and their world being taken over by technology.
Interesting, Dr. Robertson. So, Dr. Patel, are these fears realistic?
Well, no one wants to be separated from their friends and family. People want their family to be safe, and that's a fact about human nature.
Okay, what other fears are common with your patients, Dr. Robertson?
Another common fear is the fear of new things. When the attack first started, most patients feared both Decepticons and Autobots, even though the Autobots were there to help.
Although technology can be very helpful, like how the Transformers help the United States Army, people want to be assured that the Transformers won't take over their society.
Interesting. Well, thank you, Dr. Patel and Dr. Robertson, for coming in today. Now back to you, Sunflower.
Thanks, Mama. That's kind of scary, huh? Someone who's scared to use their microwave? Seems like the public's really scared of technology. But could this have been avoided altogether? If Transformers never came to Earth, would Chicago have even happened? Time for another analyst. You know what? That's a new analyst. Hey, are you the new guy?
Yeah, I'm
You good?
Patel.
Sunrise Patel? I'm Sunflower Patel.
Nice meeting
Nice to meet you. Let's go to the analyst now.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Bhaskar Patel, and I'm here with Mr. Sneh Patel, who feels like this event could have been prevented because the reason it happened was because it was the Decepticons' fault. So, Sneh Patel, what do you think on this?
Let me just start off by saying thanks for having me. But yeah, I really do think that the destruction of Chicago was because of the Decepticons. If they didn't have a plan to bring Cybertron here, harvest its labor pool, and all that stuff, like we could have avoided Chicago because that's where they started the whole the launch of the Cybertron.
But wasn't there reports of humans helping the Decepticons?
Yeah, there was reports of human helping them, like helping to spread the pillars out and activate them. But you see, it's because of the humans we helped the bad guys. If they had succeeded, we'd be slaves. So pretty much, it's the good guys, Autobots, who fought against them to stop the Decepticons. And most people don't realize is that Decepticons showed up here first, trying to find the Matrix, which is basically a source of energy for them. And the Autobots just followed them here to make sure that they didn't get it. So, Decepticons would have caused more destruction if they did get a hold of the Matrix. But it seems like there's really two sides, and the Decepticons are on the bad side.
Thank you so much for your input, Sneh Patel. Now back to the table.
Thanks for that piece, Bhaskar. We are now going to a one-on-one with John Jingleheimer Patel, who is going to cover the positives of the Transformers. We go back to Bhaskar Patel with the interview.
Thanks, Sunrise. I'm here with John Jingleheimer Patel. So, do you think that we can continue to trust the Transformers?
I absolutely believe that we should continue to trust the Transformers. The technological advances they could bring into this world will completely revolutionize us.
But at what cost? These machines have shown us that they are incredibly destructive beings, that we have no idea how to control them or know what they're thinking. Why should we trust them? Have them already one completely destroy and or enslave the human race?
We've already allowed them to protect us once by saving the world. We cannot control humans 100%, but we still trust them. So why do we treat these machines any differently?
We know nothing about their technology. Who's to say that we will continue to advance our technology until there is no natural thing left and we ourselves turn to living machines? I think advancement is a good thing. I just believe that we should know what we are doing to ourselves and not just seeking technology from some other beings.
Yet this opportunity could set us so far in advance, hundreds or even thousands of years. Why should we pass up this opportunity?
Yet, the public is still afraid of these beings. What dangers could you uphold? Could they uphold? What happens if they provide a new type of weapon such as the atomic bomb, the hydrogen bomb, and all these massive weapons of destruction from the past? How long will it take them to develop these defenses to their new weapons? Do you remember the atomic bomb like I just said?
Of course I remember the atomic bomb. People were afraid of the atomic bomb because they did not understand it. Yet the atomic bomb brought around some amazing advancements in technology. And they have greatly benefited society. And I believe the same will come from the Transformers technology.
Thank you for your time, John. Now back to Sunflower Patel.
That was an incredibly interesting piece. Although we should really talk about how the public feels and not just the analysts. Let's take a moment to go to our public correspondent, LOL Patel, who's going to tell us how the public feels.
Thank you, Sunflower. A while back, I sent out a survey of the public's attitudes toward technology. Based on the results, I have concluded that the public is generally wary of new things and how it may affect us. Although we know there are both positive and negative consequences of technology, in the minds of the public, the bad tends to outweigh the good. Most people are afraid of new technology because of past disaster. Also, a majority of the public is more comfortable with what they already know as opposed to learning something new. Even though the Autobots were helpful, because they were foreign to the public, they were feared and therefore isolated and hated by most who didn't understand them. Because of the fear the Decepticons caused after the event, the public can no longer see the potential benefits of the Autobots. And now back to the anchors.
Seems like the public doesn't really love Transformers. You know what? I quit.
What do we do now? Roll the credits. You're recording, right?
I quit.